Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Maunika, an industry professional with 13 years of rich experience. So I have worked with leading MNC across diverse projects. So I have a strong expertise in technical and also in a leadership experience with hands-on knowledge in both front end and back end, and I also have testing practices, and I'm also an database expert. So during this time I decided to move on to the Scrum Master. So from past 8 years I'm working as a Scrum Master. So in the beginning of my career I've worked as a QA automation tester, and then I had to switch back to Scrum Master. Um, so I have this end-to-end exposure has helped me to gain practical and holistic understanding of software development. So as I worked as a both QA tester and Scrum Master, I know like where are the challenges and how we can go for a product development, launching, and everything. So that's how I got the experience. And currently, I'm working as a senior Scrum Master, where I'm leading and mentoring 50 plus professionals across multiple domains. My role involves driving agile transformation. So it's like the people who are already having or being followed with the traditional practices like a waterfall methodology, etc. So I will ask them, or I will drive them to move to the Scrum, because they must not have an experience. So I work on this transformation and managing stakeholders and building high performance teams. And I what I'm most passionate about connecting Scrum concepts with the real industry scenarios. So professionals don't just learn the theory, but they gain the confidence to apply Scrum effectively in their careers. So if I say Scrum means it's not only theory, I'll just tell them the practical approaches and the real life examples and everything. So they will be knowing like what exactly or practically the Scrum um, looks to them, or they can apply into their day-to-day life um, activities in the projects. Okay, I'm excited to share my experience and learn together with all of you today. Thank you. Mm, anyone has any questions? I would like you to introduce one by one. I'll go by name. So yeah, Shrikant, can you go first, please?
Hi, Monica.
Hello.
Yes, my name is Shrikant. I'm working in Coro Health right now, and I have 3 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm currently working into healthcare domain, so I want to switch to Scrum Master or something other. But I just want to know like what is Scrum Master, so the basic.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll discuss. Yeah, thank you for the
thank
intro.
you.
Rahul?
Yeah, hi Monica. This is Rahul. Like I'm having 5 years of experience in IT industry.
Mm.
So currently I'm working in Techno Solutions as a tester.
I
So I
see.
started learning Scrum and I started implementing in my team also. So I want to switch to Scrum. So that's why I'm learning Scrum. So I want to know, get knowledge more about the Scrum and Agile process. I want to
Mm-hmm. Got it.
clarify some doubts. That yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Ashwini? Ashwini, can you go over, please? Okay, let's move to Nishant. Nishant, can you introduce yourself?
Can you hear me, Monica?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, I'm Ashwini. I'm in teaching field, want to get into IT, so practicing Scrum, so want to learn
Mm.
it.
You're working somewhere already, or you're
No,
just
last year I worked, now recently I'm not working.
okay? Yeah, thanks. Nishant. Mm. Okay, let's move to Harika. I hope you'll
Hi,
introduce
hi,
yourself. Okay, yeah,
hi.
yeah, thanks. Yeah,
I'm
Harika
Harika.
here. Yeah.
I'm Harika. I'm a homemaker. Uh, so I just want to know about the Scrum Master
Mm.
with my. Uh, so that's it. I'm a homemaker. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Harika. Uh,
Thank you.
Vedashri.
Hi Monica, hi all. My name is Vedashree. I am looking for a job. I'm a fresher and I am also a homemaker. So I just want to develop my knowledge and as a Scrum Master. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Vedashri. Monica, can you go over, please?
Hi, Monica. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Monica. Monica, I have for a retail domain. I'm searching for a, IT opportunity, so I just want to learn Scrum. So I just
Okay.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Um, Shivakumar.
Hi, Vanandal. Hi, Monica garu.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm Shivakumar Kelly. I'm from Vishakhapatnam. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still working in Reliance Industries. Around 12 years experience in telecom field. Just now
Mm-hmm.
I'm regarding about Scrum Master learning. What is the software? You can that's why. What is the software scenarios? Just learning about that, madam. So that's enough
Okay.
regarding.
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Susmita.
Hi, Monica. This is Sushmita.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm working as a Scrum Master in one of the MNCs. So I just
Mm.
joined to see like what is the career roadmap for the Scrum Master here. It's
Okay.
Monica. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.
Shashank.
So,
Shashank. Hi. Hi.
hi everyone. I'm actually, uh, I was preparing for UPSC, so I stopped preparing for that. So I need to switch my career to IT. So I just wanted to know what is from these things. So first I was working in Accenture before preparing for UPSC as a SQL developer. So I'm just here to know what is this.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So you must have seen everyone like people are from non-IT, IT. In IT also, they are developers, they are testers. I myself as a tester, I worked before, and now see this is a Scrum Master role, which whoever having communication skills, whoever having handling skills, managing skills, they can manage. They can get into the Scrum Master role. So, and it's also a high paying job. So anybody, irrespective of their background, you must have heard all the people who have introduced themselves, all are from different backgrounds. So Scrum Master job is kind of a more of a friendly and managing skill kind of a role. Okay, so anybody irrespective of a their background. They can be homemaker, they can be from non-IT background, they can be IT, within IT they can be developer, they can be tester, anything, any, like this is the only role which doesn't depend upon the previous experience. So you can start afresh and you can excel, and it also a high paying job as far as I know. Every scrum master in my friends or outside of you know um, anywhere in the country or outside of a country, it's a high paying skill and job. You just have to excel and do few certification, and that's all. You'll be like high paid. And it's also um, most booming skill for now. So I'll share my screen, I'll show you. um this is a I just open Naukri, okay? So here, if you, I just have searched with the keyword Scrum Master, that's all. We have so many results are listing over here, but if you see, let me see some, see, 25 to 32.5 lakhs per PM. They'll expect 12 to 20 years of experience, but if you perform, if even if you're having, if you're apply um, with the 5 years or 2 to 3 years of experience also, if you perform well in the interview, they'll take you around this level. Okay, not 30 32 maybe. And this is also based on your completely your performance. They might have also may be able to give you. So it's all about your performance in the interview, that's all. The only thing is you have to get into you have to get the skills into your head, and then you have to perform well in the interview, then only you'll get. So if even if you scroll on, see 19 to 34, this is not a very less package that I can say. So anybody who is switching to Scrum Master, I see them, they are like being smart, because even if you work as a developer, even if you work as a tester, you have to know all the technical details in deep. But for Scrum Master, you have to know like how the product works at a functional level, and you just have to know how to manage people. That so these are all soft skills that I can say. But whereas for developer and testers, they have to when I began my career with tester, automation tester, I had to know my technologies, and I had to continuously um, improvise my skills so that I can be in the ground, I can stay on my ground, because I don't want to lose my job. So it was kind of all frustrating. And okay, I thought, okay, why don't we switch? We have all the communication skills, we have all soft skills, we have managing skills. Why don't we switch? Why don't we try for a Scrum Master? Because I used to observe my Scrum Master a lot, and how he is dealing with the clients and how he is managing the stakeholders. It's all about convincing skills. You learn, even if you don't know now, you'll learn eventually how to keep your ground. And yeah, this is the coolest role that I can say. Okay, so I wanted to show like how many roles, open roles available out there, and it's always a demanding skill for now. Okay, so let's get started with the deck. Any doubts regarding the jobs in the Naukri? Do you have any doubts? Please respond time to time so that I can move on. Even if you don't respond, also I can move on. But the thing is, I want to know that you are listening or you are understanding whatever I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, let's go with the Scrum Master demo and roadmap for the day.
How about freshers, Monica?
Freshers also, it's like as I told you earlier, it's all about the performance you perform in the interview. Okay, you have to be confident, you have to um, show that energy, you have to be brave enough, or you have to give that confidence to the other people outside there, that okay, even she is a fresher, she will be able to cope up, she'll be able to drive the team. When you give that vibe, they won't leave you, because the only Scrum Master is not a technical thing to test. It's all about the mindset, the communication skills, how clearly you are explaining, how confident you are. It all in the interviewer only concentrates on this um, psychology. Okay, the way you perform is important, the confidence you show is important, even though you're fresher. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So, as a Scrum Master, what are your responsibilities? Before we start the session, like we'll first know, like what are all the things you are going to manage, or I mean, the responsibilities you will be taking over once you get into the projects. First, what is Scrum Master is? He's kind of a leader, or he's a center where he keeps like a son who is holding all the planets. Okay, he's also a kind of a center or a mentor or leader who will be managing all the activities, like hiring the people resources and training them, and making them understand what is this project about, and then putting them into the actual role, like what they have to develop, what they have to test, what the outcome the people are expecting from them. So it's all about responsibility that a Scrum Master will do. Okay, so first understand the purpose of event. How what a Scrum Master will understand, like for example, if they want to develop some product, like a new product, maybe a new phone. So what understanding the purpose of the event means, okay, he has to understand, okay, the main or a new phone has to be developed, that is the event, the purpose. Okay, next, create a process that will achieve a desired goal. So make perform I mean get a team, and like hire a developer, hire a tester, and then take the requirements from PO and write them in some tool. I mean, there are so many tools like Jira, Azure DevOps, um, mm, it's like the money. So the most famous tool is Jira. Okay, so I worked with so many tools, but for now, in I mean, in this course, I'll be covering only Jira. So I don't want to confuse more. So for now, Jira Jira is a tool where the requirements will be created. So as a second step, create a process that will achieve a desired goal. So in Jira, in the tool, we will create a step by step. For example, uh, motherboard of a phone is a main heart of that okay phone. So first a motherboard has to be created. Next, back panel, front panel, outside glass, camera, like that. So every requirement will be written and documented somewhere. That is a create a process that will achieve a desired goal. Third, guide group through the process to reach outcome. So he'll write all the, I mean, he'll collect the requirements from the customer, he'll write in the Jira, the tool where the all the requirements will be captured. Now it's his job to guide the group, like step by step, what are all things, like they have to start with. Okay, first motherboard, let them complete that, then mark the requirement as completed, closed, like that. Okay, step by step. Remain neutral on the subject matter of the event. So throughout the process, you have to have a look on like how the developers are working, how the testers are testing, on which extent they are testing, like is it deep or high level, or um, it's a Scrum Master job to have a keep an eye on the everyone, I mean every resource. Okay. Any doubts? Okay, I'm moving to the next slide. So, Scrum Master core concepts. Mm, why we are okay, now Scrum Master, how the name comes, Scrum Master, let me explain. So there used to be like previous methodologies where um, before 12 years back, I guess maybe 13 years, so there used to be waterfall model. Okay, in that, first from customer the requirements will be taken. Once that step is over, then only they'll move to like developing of that one by one requirement. Third, testing whatever has been developed. Fourth, handing over to the customer. Now this is agile. In this agile, we have a new concept called agile methodology, where actually agility means so agility means the to ability to move, think and react quickly. Okay, so from this term agile methodology has come. Okay, so um, agility means waterfall methodology used to be like very long process and time taking, and we have to have so much patience. Now when you get into this agile methodology, we have like first, if you take an example of a bottle, okay, first a cap will be developed, then neck part, then body part, then bottom part. So in waterfall, whole the bottle will be developed and given to the customer as in a whole bottle. But in agile, what do we do is we'll develop part by part and give it to the customer and seek the feedback. And if he's satisfied, we'll proceed with the other part. First, we'll develop a cap. Okay, then give it to them, give to the customer. He says, okay, it's good. Then we'll go and proceed and integrate that cap part with the neck part, and we'll give him together like neck, cap and neck part. He say, okay, this part is good. Next, after taking feedback, then only we'll go to the next part. Like last, we'll deliver him complete bottle. Do you understand this? If yes, okay. Then otherwise, I can repeat like how many times you want. You got it? So it's like seeking feedback for the every small delivery we do. That is agile. In this agile, will move so fast, like the requirements will be taken, they will be developed parallelly, they will be tested parallelly, everything happens parallelly. Whereas in waterfall, a developer will do all the development, and then after developing everything only the testing will begin. It's kind of a very long process, lengthy process. Now in agile, it's not like we'll go by step. And also we have so many things as part of agile: roles, events, artifacts, real world scrum master responsibilities. I'll tell you if we move on forward. Okay, so that is agile. What is agile? Like moving very fastly, developing, collecting requirements. And the best part is, in waterfall model, once the requirements are taken, that is a fixed. There is no way a customer can come back and say, no, I don't want this. They don't have a right to change the requirements. Where in agile, till the product gets delivered, on the last day, till the last day also, a customer will be having a right to change at any point of the time. Okay, so that is main advantage of agile. In this agenda, we'll discuss all this. What is Agile? We already discussed Agile manifesto and principles. What is Scrum? Scrum rules, Scrum events, Scrum artifacts, Scrum master responsibilities, Scrum master versus project manager, and then we can wrap up. Okay. So, what is Agile? Agile is a mindset mainly focused on. Um, it's like, you'll not you I mean, there are so many roles. So when I say stakeholder, you must understand he's a client. Okay, so from client or from stakeholder will collect the requirements. We have to be very friendly, not in a informal way. It's like all you should always be happy smiling. So in agile the main purpose is like everybody should be, I know it's a very hectic, I mean agile process will be very hectic as far as I know, um, but throughout the project we maintain you know the cool attitude. Okay, not every project will be like that, but most of 90% of the projects will be hectic. At the same time they'll be very helpful, they'll be very understanding, they'll be cool, they'll be collaborative. Even clients also won't force like you have to develop right now, you have to test right now. Some clients would be there, it's like whole the world is not same. So some people will be like okay, let's get that guy is sick, let's say let's take some time, like that, but not all clients. So mainly the in agile methodology, the customer collaboration is very important. So we whatever we are developing, whatever we are going to deliver, everything the customer has to know. So this is about customer collaboration. Faster value delivery, what does it mean? I told you, first we'll develop a cap, then we'll deliver it to the client and ask them for the feedback. If he says then only we'll come back and develop the next part, right? So it's like part by part we are delivering and we are seeking feedback. So it's kind of a, again it comes under a delivery, faster delivery only, because we are developing part by part and there we are expecting the feedback, right? So it's all about, we are not going to develop complete product on the fly. We are delivering part by part and still it is considered as a faster value delivery, because we are seeking feedback every now and then. Next time when he comes and I don't want this, we have to definitely change. That's the other case in agile, because I told you till last delivery of a project, a customer at any point of time he can come and change his requirements. Okay, but here we are only seeking the customer satisfaction. So that's how of customer satisfaction, how it comes with the faster delivery. Okay, adapting to the change, as I told you earlier, customer can come at any point, even though half of the product is developed and he says no, I don't want this, I want a different one. You have to start from the very beginning from there. So that is a kind of adapting to change. It's mainly for, it would be mainly for the task could be high for developers and tester, because if he comes and changes again, then they have to develop all the way new again and test, right? So up it's up to his budget. He when he provides, then when he provides budget and when he ready to change all the requirements whatever he said, then that is fine. We are there to, I mean, that is the adaptable mentality that everybody have in the scrum team, they have to adopt. That is called adapting to the change, iterative and incremental development. So in agile, in scrum, we follow iterative and incremental. Incremental means one by one, cap, neck part, body part and bottom part, that is incremental. Iterative means it's of a fixed time period. So in these 2 weeks I'm going to develop this how the part of the product, that is called iterative. So in scrum mainly we go by a um, time period. So in these 2 weeks I'm going to develop this, that is a deadline for developers and testers. Okay, I'm going too fast. Am I going too fast, or do you want me to hold like slow, decrease the pace? Just stop me right away
No, no, it's
whenever you.
No, it's
Yeah.
going clone.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. And continuous feedback and improvement. Just like when we deliver the cap and we are seeking the product, right? So, um, seeking the feedback from the product, part of the product. So that is continuous feedback and improvement. If he says no, I don't want this, I want a different color, then we all the way go into the first and change according to his requirement and develop and test it and give it to the customer and again seek the feedback. Key goal. As part of Agile and Scrum, key goal is deliver working software frequently. Frequently means every now and then we are delivering the software or working thing. When you take in a bottle way, we are delivering part by part every now and then. So that customer can see, okay, my product is being developed. That is a satisfaction he can get. Okay. So there are two terms I'm calling here. Agile is a methodology, Scrum is a framework. Okay. So Agile means every now and then will develop on a whole level. Scrum is a thing called, it is a part of Agile where um, we have so many branches here in Agile. Uh, Agile is a parent, and consider Agile is a parent under the branches like Scrum, Kanban, Scrumban. Okay, these are the different frameworks we have. I'm not going to cover all the three, but I'm going to explain only one framework here, Scrum. The course is all about. Okay, I'm going to explain the further more classes, but this demo, as we are targeting Scrum Master, so I'm going to cover only Scrum framework. Agile is a methodology, Scrum is a framework. Don't get confused. Okay, so why you can ask, like, why do we have so many frameworks? Agile means we are delivering the product very frequently. You remember it, okay? But Scrum is we are having a fixed time frames here, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a default time period that we can say. And Scrumban is it is also delivering frequently, but we don't have time periods there. For now, a requirement has come. uh, you have developed, tested already, you right away put it in the put it in the customer, you can put it in the customer hands. That is Kanban. There are no time periods, but whereas for Scrum you have to definitely complete 2 weeks of time, then only you can directly give it to the customer. But in Kanban it's not like that. You got an idea, you got requirement, you develop it right away, and you test it right away, and you can deliver it on the fly. So like that we have so many frameworks. So Scrum is kind of a framework with a time frame, with the customer default time, the default time is like 2 weeks for every Scrum, but it depends upon the project change. Like in 1 week they'll deliver the half of the product, or part of the product, or in other projects they'll be having 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It varies, depends upon the project. Okay, so basically Scrum is like a time period where for every 2 weeks or every 1 week or particular time frame they fix, they'll deliver uh, a part of the product every every time frame completes. Okay, Agile manifesto. So whatever I'm saying here, this all will be covered in the interview. Okay, directly interviewer will ask, what is Agile manifesto? Can you explain? So Agile manifesto is called Scrum core values. Okay, what is this contains? What is manifesto actually? Okay, so basically in Scrum, if you're part of a Scrum, be it a developer or tester or um, product owner, okay, what are all the basic rules, or what are all the basic behavior we have to have, uh, mindset we should have? Okay, I'll explain. Individual and interactions over processes and tools. It's not fixed. There is no such thing called you have to follow this definitely. It's like you're individual. You have to have interaction with your team. It's all cool and casual way of interacting with others. It's not like daily you have to connect with other people like in a fixed way. It's not like that. You are being You're a professional. You will be professional within the team, but it's like a casual interaction. There is no such pressure. Agile always, everybody believes that if you have a cool mindset, if you have a casual mindset, then only your mind will perform more, and that's how you'll interact with people and you'll collect the thoughts, and that's how you um, test or develop the product. That's a mentality we have in Agile. Okay, so individual interactions are more important over processes. Process means, again, you can say there are no fixed rules. Working software over comprehension and documentation. Documentation means it's kind of a, again, a collection of a requirement, like what the customer wants, how it has to be developed, who all should be involved, everything. Okay, but at the end, if you're not delivering something with like working software, which is not, I mean, so you're following all the processes, you have all the developers and testers in your team, but there is no outcome. How the customer will get satisfied? When he sees a part of his product is developed and working, then only he'll get satisfied. So the main Agile manifesto thing is, one of the core values is working software. It's definite. At the end, we have to show them that's working, so that they'll get satisfied. Customer collaboration, again, why, how the collaboration comes, will deliver that part of the product, or before developing only will contact the customer, like how do you want me to develop, which color, um, are you satisfied with whatever we have delivered? If not, then give the feedback so that we can improvise. This is kind of a collaboration. Responding to change over following a plan. So basically, when the project starts, we'll have a plan. So suddenly a customer comes and, no, no, I don't want this, I want something else, like that. If he changes plan, then you have to adopt it too. Responding means, okay, we'll deliver, like that we have to say. And we are not going to follow fixed plan here, because Agile is always on edge. When we don't know when the customer comes, and when the developer has to change his code, or tester will test the different scenarios. So we are not following a plan. We will have a plan definitely, but uh, we see customer as a first over everything. So if he comes and say something, I want this, then we'll change the plan itself. That's the thing. Okay. Again, what is Scrum? Scrum is in a agile framework. I told you, like, agile is a considered as a big circle, and in that we have a small circles called Scrum, Kanban, Scrumban. So these are all the frameworks we have, which again comes under agile methodology. Okay, used to manage complex product development. Why we chose Scrum means, um, it's like a, for example, again, developing a bottle, you take an example of this bottle everywhere. So consider this as a complex product development. Okay, instead of developing all the bottle itself and give it to the customer and seeking the feedback, we what we'll say, like, we'll consider very small part and develop it, and so breaking down things in a easier way, and instead of developing all the product at one go. So that kind of gives a confidence to the customer also, or the people who are developing and testing. So you managing complex product development, which means we are breaking down small parts and then delivering frequently. Okay, lightweight, simple to understand, difficult to master. Works in time box iteration. I told you, time box iteration. Iteration means a time period. Okay, iterative means, uh, actual iteration meaning is that, it's kind of a circle. Imagine a circle. So at one point, you do the dot, you put a dot, and after when the circle revolves, so again we'll come to that place, right? So it's like, growing, iteration means growing one 2, 3 like that. Okay. How do I explain? It's like um, developing one part by one part. That's we can say. Iteration means step by step approach. And these iterations are also called sprints. So sprint is a very 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 frequent and important word to remember. Sprint is nothing but a time duration. Iteration also a time duration. So there are so many synonyms: iteration, sprints, like that. Okay. So sprint duration is like the basic sprint duration would be in every project would be 2 weeks, but it depends upon the project again. So 2 to 4 weeks it varies. Commonly 2 weeks. The Scrum consists of three roles. Okay, 5 events, three artifacts, rules and values. We have rules, but not what people say like um, uh, very documented rules. It's not like that. Rules in the sense, values in the sense, it's like we are human. We have to understand like nobody can work like 24 hours. So we have to know as a team we have to be collaborative, and without collaboration every, there will be some cracks. So what is cracks again? Rules and values means uh, you have to be a team. Though in the team you are individual, when you are presenting the product to the customer, you have to work as a team. That is a rule and value. That comes under rule and value. I will discuss, but let me uh, go over the slide. In the slide, I can discuss. Okay, so the three roles, 5 events, three artifacts, rules and values, all designed to promote transparency, inspection, adoption. So the above points are all to maintain all these three values: transparency, inspection, adoption. Transparency means you are sick. Okay, you for that you have taken a sick leave. That is a on that day you have to develop or test something, but you were not able to because you were sick. You have to be very transparent. I was sick. I'll take the responsibility the next day and I'll deliver. Like that you have to say. You can't just there is no hide and seek in the Scrum. You have to express whatever you feel, whatever you experience, and everything. It matters because people will have expectation that mm, for everyone the roles and responsibility will be given. So developers developing, testers testing, PO means product owner, so he has to coordinate with the stakeholders, a client, that your product will be going to deliver this way, that day, like that. Okay. So transparency is important. Inspection, what is inspection? Every time you deliver you have to inspect yourself, like how I'm delivering. Am I taking so much time? Am I taking so much time to develop? So much time to test? What are all the, where are the gaps? How can I fill? That's the inspection. Every time whatever you deliver, whatever you're testing, whatever you're doing your thing like developing or testing, during delivery, after delivery, you have to inspect yourself like how you're doing. That is called inspection. Adoption, how you're adapting to the change of client's requirements. You say like 50% of the code is written, now the customer say and I don't want this. You don't have to throw tantrums. You can say like okay, because Scrum is all about adoption. Okay, you have to accept the fact that okay, it's a customer right, that they can come at, when I say customer, stakeholder, client, all the same. Okay, when the customer comes and if he's asking for a requirement change, we have to be in a position to accept it. That is called adoption. I told you we'll be having three roles: product owner, Scrum Master, development team. Development team also contains not only development, it's also contains testing. So together they'll be called as a development team. Scrum Master, I told you, he's a kind of a leader who will lead all the people in the team. Like he'll get a update and he'll be having a knowledge on how the product is being developed. What are all the blockers? If he'll he'll reach out to the people, person to person or as a team. He'll see like what is blocking the team to proceed further. He's kind of a blocker remover, we can say. If he doesn't know, he'll guide somewhere just to resolve the issue. Okay. He'll send the meeting invite so that everyone can be collaborative. So he's a leader, facilitates Scrum events. I'll tell you like what are the Scrum events in the next slide. Mm, hmm. Improve impediments. What is impediments? Kind of impairments, or like, again I said like, if any blockers are there for team, or if anybody is facing any issue, they're not able to proceed, they need some help, Scrum Master is the POC, first point of contact. Okay. Now come to the product owner. He owns product actually. So he'll take product development responsibility from customer, and he'll guide the developer and testers to what to develop, what to test. After the product is being developed, he will show or demo it to the client like like this is how it is developed. Do you have any requirements change, or did you like mainly the direct communicator to the client? That's a product owner. Okay, so what is product backlog? Product backlog is something like all the requirements taken from the customer and put it in the one list, put it as a one list. That is called backlog. Product backlog means all the requirements related to the product. Maximizes business value because he'll be having a direct communication to the client, and whatever client is seeking, he'll deliver that to the team, Scrum team. Scrum team means again product owner, Scrum Master, developer, tester. Okay. He can be a, we can say like he's a bridge between client and the Scrum team. Any doubts? Mm,
No.
I I hope you're following.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here comes the Scrum events. What is sprint? It's like a, again, mm, a time box will be like, for example, today I have started a sprint, which means from today 2 weeks, we should develop or test, deliver a bottle cap of the product. So all the products, sorry, all the requirements will be taken during that time, like how the sprint bottle cap has to be developed. So during this time, this has to be developed. That is called sprint. Okay, sprint planning. What are all the what are all the requirements that have to be developed as part of that bottle cap? Those all will be taken into the um, as a list. Okay, so during that time, what has to be developed, all the requirement will be taken, right? So that is called sprint planning. So in that sprint, um, what are all the requirements, or what are all the things to be developed will be discussed. That is called sprint planning. Daily scrum means daily Scrum Master will, I mean, that is a meeting actually, daily Scrum. Okay. So in that meeting, daily he'll ask like, who are all having doubts or blockers, or are they able to proceed further? Are they able to reach their goal? Like 2 weeks is the time. So in 2 weeks of time, you'll be able to develop or not? He'll ask. So it's everyone turn. Everyone should join. Nobody should skip. Otherwise, it will impact as a team member. Even though you don't have an update, you have to join because you have to listen to the other people's update. So it's very strict meeting that everybody in the team has to join. Scrum team. When I say team, it's a Scrum team. Okay, developer, tester, product owner, Scrum Master. Okay, sprint review. What is sprint review? After the cap is developed, we are going to give to the customer. We have not yet handed over. So what we say? We'll just 1 second, guys. The sprint reviews that after bottle cap is developed, we are going to show the client that this is has been developed. Is this correct? Is it meeting your requirement or not? That is way of showing whatever you have developed or tested and showing to the customer that this has been developed during this 2 weeks of time. That is called sprint review. In that, either client say like mainly the feedback will be taken. If he's okay, then we'll deliver it to him in the next days, coming days. If not, then we'll consider the feedback, and if it is blue, if he's fine, then we'll deliver the blue cap in the same way. Otherwise, if he wants it to other color, then we'll make changes and deliver to him again. We'll take some time, we'll do the change and we'll deliver. That is kind of a sprint review. So the name itself says review means the client will review whatever you have developed or tested. Okay. Sprint retrospective. Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monica.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So sprint planning as conducted at the start of sprint. I told you, right? So here, what are all the requirements we have to consider during the 2 weeks time? We'll discuss. So product owner, Scrum Master will be begin to create a sprint backlog. So there are two things: product backlog and sprint backlog. Sprint backlog is a kind of all requirements, common requirements will be there. So sprint backlog is like it is dedicated to that the sprint where what all the requirements that have to be developed as part of that sprint, that is called sprint backlog. So during this sprint planning, a scrum master will develop a sprint backlog. Okay. With the help, with the help of PO means product owner. Okay. So answers what can be delivered. Like what are the requirements we can take? How will work be done? How the requirements will be distributed among the developers and testers. Okay, there will not be only one developer and tester. There can be so many developers. Some can be front end, some can be back end, some can be like middleware. Okay, there are so many kind of developers and testers also, and depends upon me basically. If it is a very small project, if they are being sufficient with the one developer, one tester, that should be fine. Okay, it all depends upon the size of a project. What can be delivered, how well work will be done. It's a distribution, how work will be done, and what are the tools they need. What are the if it is kind of integration with other teams, how the help is needed with the other from the other teams. Everything will be discussed as part of sprint planning. Output. Sprint goal. What is sprint goal? Our goal is to develop that cap, right, or the neck part. So that goal we'll discuss at the end. We should get this sprint backlog. Sprint backlog means what all the requirements related to that cap. Those are all the requirements will be taken somewhere as a dedicate and assigned to the dedicated sprint. That is called sprint backlog. Part sprint. PO, SM, Scrum Master, Dev, and QA team. Any doubts?
Yeah, Monica, like who will prioritize the sprint backlog, either developing team or
PO, product owner.
then product backlog is also prioritized by
That
Uh,
is just he will collect all the requirements from the customer,
okay.
and he's the product owner. Why do we call him a product owner? He owns the product. He is
Yes.
the responsible owner from product owner from the Scrum team. That will be a, I mean, he's the face of a Scrum team to the client,
Yes.
right? So he owns the
Okay.
product. That's why he has the right to have which requirement has to be taken first, which requirement has to be developed first. So
Yeah.
he's the one who decides. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So daily scrum, it's a maximum 15 to 30 minutes, but everybody or every team should regulate this to 15 minutes only, because they don't want to disturb developers or testers time, because it's all about collecting the updates. That's all. If they have any blockers, if they have how the work is progressing, and that's all will be discussed in the daily scrum. Any interaction is needed between developer or testing team, that all we can observe in the daily scrum. For development team, focus what was done yesterday. It's not only for development team, it's for testing also. So when I say development team, you can consider it for both the development testing. Okay. So focus in the daily scrum, everybody will be asked what was done yesterday, what will be done today, any blockers. Okay. Scrum Master ensures, see this is bold. Why this is bold? Everybody should join this meeting so that he'll get an update from everybody. Okay, Scrum Master ensures meeting happens. Sprint review conducted at the end of sprint. Why at the end of sprint? Because by that time a product, part of the product will be developed, right? So demo, as in how uh, how it looks like. They took the requirements of a customer, and now they're giving, like, we have developed and tested this. How does it look to you? Do you feel good or not? It's kind of a direct face to face interaction with the um customer, seeking the feedback, stakeholder feedback collected, product backlog updated. So if he doesn't like it, one more requirement would be there. Or he says, I think a design should be fine on the cap, like that. If he says, then again we'll take out that requirement, add it to the backlog, product backlog, because it's a common backlog, right? So where the all requirements will be collected. So if he says a design is required for now, we'll deliver that product in the later sprints. After consider this as sprint one. In sprint two, we'll consider like having a design on that cap. We'll take that requirement from the product backlog and put it in the next sprint backlog. Like this guy wants a design on the cap. Okay. Outcome: inspect, increment, adopt backlog. Inspect, increment. Inspect means the customer is seeing like how this got developed. Is this according to my requirements or not? Increment, if it's not, he'll say that this has to be developed further, like this. That is the increment. Adopt backlog, if it is he is going to introduce some changes, we'll take the requirement and add to the product backlog. Sprint retrospective, after the everything is delivered, and like the part of the product is directly handed over to the customer, then a sprint retrospective happens, where we'll gather as a team, because we are the team, we are the scrum team. Again the uh, participant will be PO, product owner, scrum master, developer, and testers. Okay. No client. In this, they'll discuss like what how the sprint went on. Like, did you face any issues? It's like maybe during, I mean, if I take an example of COVID time, during that times mostly all the people fell ill. So that was affected on a sprint level. So three developers, out of three developers, only one developer was present. Then the stress would be increased, and he will not be able to deliver all the requirements at one go. So that was not went well, that we can say. What went well? Coordination improved among testers and developers, and client was able to answer very quickly. I mean, we are not go directly reaching out to clients. We are just giving the queries to the PO, and PO will be going and checking with the client. Okay. So if we get answers, if we get the coordination, we can say, we can put that under what went well, what can improve. So speed, sometimes slow speed, because of that also, mm, we will not be able to deliver some of the requirements. So speed or quality, all these things come under improvisation. What can improve? Focus on continuous improvement. Basically, retrospective is because to increase the team's efficiency, how coordinated they are, how well they're spending the time, how well they're utilizing the time. Are they able to understand whatever the client says? This all comes under sprint retrospective. It's all about, um, as a team, within the team, we are seeking the answers like, are we lacking anything? Are we good? If we are good, how well we are using that skill, like that. Okay, that is called sprint retrospective. All these events, whatever I said, all five: sprint retrospective, sprint review, daily scrum, sprint planning. One more would be there. Um, Basically, in the beginning, backlog refinement would be there, where I'll tell you, like, I told you, right? Backlog will be, product backlog will be, it's like a common requirement collection and considered as a backlog product backlog, right? So there, uh, a PO basically will do or put all the requirements over there. So they might not be in a good shape. So in backlog refinement, this will be again conducted by a Scrum Master. He will do all the meetings. He will send out all the meeting invites. So in backlog refinement, all the raw requirements will be taken, and they will be given a good shape, like acceptance criteria, title, how they, where, in which part of the product they want this change, etc. Okay, that is called backlog refinement. That is also a I mean, first meeting, we can say. But mostly, uh, they will, I mean, so many people will not focus on that. The main important events would be sprint retrospective, sprint review, daily scrum, sprint planning. Okay, any doubt, guys, still here?
Yeah, Monica, like in sprint retrospective, is PO will be part of team's retrospective or
Correct, correct. Sprint retrospective means is a scrum team, whole scrum team has to join. Again, it's
but
very mandatory.
yeah, but
Mm.
if we have, if team have any issues with the PO, like regarding user stories and all that things, like
We can
will
discuss,
they
we can,
discuss? Okay.
will be given a chance. It's like a whiteboard. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
everybody will be given access, and whatever you feel like, what went well, what went wrong, what can be improved, you will be having a chance to write on yourself. So they'll be giving 15 minutes or 20 minutes of time there. During that time, you can think of and you can write
Yeah,
whatever you want, and then once
yeah, there
15
will,
minutes.
okay, there will be a chance, but like what if we tell about user stories that are not like not meeting the expectations?
Clear, not clear, like, yeah, that will be, uh, so user story will be written by a Scrum Master during sprint planning with the help of PO and
PO.
developers.
Mm-hmm.
And testers' opinions will also be taken there. But main thing is that S- Scrum Master will, what do you call, do the requirement. I mean, he will write the requirements, and with the help of PO and developers.
Okay, okay,
So if you think that requirements are not good, then it's our responsibility. In the next sprint planning, we have to be careful, and we have to write in a very understandable manner.
okay.
that can come under what can be improved.
Yeah. Thanks,
Scrum
Monica.
artifact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrum artifacts, product backlog, are the list of requirements. It's a like a stationary thing we can say. Sprint backlog, selected list items from product backlog to sprint. So that is why it is called sprint backlog. Any doubts here? It because it's very important to know the difference between product backlog and sprint backlog. I can explain as many times as you want, but I just want you to be clear. Product backlog and sprint backlog. Pro- See, if I can explain, in our home we'll be having a storeroom where all the groceries will be put. Okay. Now you, if you want to cook dal, you'll take only dal and require vegetables from that storeroom, right? That is called sprint backlog. Selected items from the product backlog. So you want to cook dal, right? So you are taking that dal from the storeroom and you're bringing it to the kitchen to cook dal, to make a product. So cook dal means cooked dal is a product. Cooking dal is in the kitchen is like a sprint backlog. Storeroom is product backlog. Okay. Any doubts? No, it's very important. If you don't
Yeah,
understand this,
Monica. Who writes the sprint? It's like idea putting that work there. Is that the product
it
owner or the Scrum
yes,
Master?
correct. No, product owner. He's the one who sets the priority for everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Increment. What is increment again? So our end goal is to develop a product step by step. That is called increment. So we have to make sure that we are developing the product continuously with improvements incrementally. If you are going to develop a bottle, it has to be developed incrementally, step by step. First cap, then neck part, then body part, and then bottom part. So incrementally, one by one, we are developing a part by part of a bottle product, and then at the end we are making a complete bottle. Okay, that is a product. Potentially releasable product. Yeah. So what is potentially releasable product? Which means if you have developed a bottle, it is having a holes. What is the use of a bottle with holes? It doesn't hold water, anything, right? So what's the use of delivering? So that is called a bug. So we have to develop a product which is bug free at the end, so that customer gets satisfied. For namesake, we are not developing and testing. We are not delivering that one. We are delivering a quality product with it with equals to the customer satisfaction. That is potentially releasable product. Each artifact has commitment. Like whatever you're developing or testing, you're releasing it to the client. First, the commitment comes from the Scrum team. They have to commit, they have to know like the quality product has to be developed, then handed over to the customer. It's a invisible promise that everybody in the Scrum team has to make. They can't just deliver a product which is of a non quality or low quality. At the end, customer satisfaction is important. Scrum master core responsibilities. So you as a Scrum Master, what are your responsibilities? You have to coach team. Agile and Scrum. Agile is a methodology, Scrum is a framework. Again, there are so many other frameworks we can discuss later, but this demo contains only these, like what are all important things to cover. Facilitate Scrum ceremonies. What are the Scrum ceremonies? I told you, like there are events, sprint daily stand ups, sprint planning daily stand up, sprint review, sprint retrospective, backlog refinement. These are all called ceremonies or sprint events. You have to know the terms. So when the interviewer asks, you have to in a position to tell on the fly what is what are these are all the important interview questions that I can say. Sprint or scrum, ceremonies, events, these are all same. Okay, improve impediments if there are any problems. He is the guide who can guide other people who are facing or having issues. He will direct them towards the solution. Shield team from distractions. What is it? So you are a developer or tester from your there from a Scrum team. So there is a dependency from other team to they have to need your guidance, like developer guidance. Developer just can't go and give them their complete day time because he also has a responsibility here, right? So that to develop. So Scrum Master makes sure that he has. I mean, the developer should be giving a right amount of time to the other people. If if giving time is affecting this team delivery, then he will not Scrum Master. He will not encourage this. So he'll take care of uh, the Scrum team as a family head of the family actually. But we cannot just I'm just using these words or sentences just you make you understand. But these are all the things that we use professionally. So mm, like he will protect every scrum member out from the outside distractions that we can say. Enable self organization. There will be no one to come and say like you have to this like that. There is no one will be going to push you. Like you have to take the responsibility. You have to have your own uh, capable of capability of thinking. Like you should be able to take the responsibility. Okay, I need to develop this, I need to develop test this within this time frame, I need to give update tomorrow, I need to collaborate with this guy, I need to proactively go and tell the scrum master that I'm facing this problem. It's that is called enable self organization. Nobody will, it's not a school, so nobody will not be coming and pushing you to do this. If you're thinking so, basically freshers, the people who are not having an idea, they'll be like, okay, this guy only will come and tell me, till then I can chill, I can relax. There is no such thing. Scrum master will definitely sneak out and he'll realize like you're wasting the time and you're not being proactive. He'll have direct one-to-one communication with you, and he'll directly say like, you're not being proactive, you have to take this. Because he's the one, he has the responsibility, he has the right to reach out to everybody in person in the within the team. He will say like what are all the things that need to improvise. Work with PO and stakeholders. Scrum Master again, he is the one who will drop the requirements in the tools, right? So he will directly work with the PO and stakeholders, like what are the stakeholders requirements. He'll also will be sometimes will be joining, will be observing like how the stakeholder wants the output. Based on that, in daily scrum he will check with the developers or tester like how fast they have to develop or test. So these are all the responsibilities scrum master should be having. Who can become a scrum master? IT, non-IT, career gap candidates, QA dev support, HR operations. Basically for scrum master 4+ experience is preferred, but if you are you know mm, talented enough, you can perform enough, then who is going to miss the outperformer, right? So that's okay. And we can manage. We can prepare the people who are less than 4 years experience also, because it's all about expressing how well you are communicating to the interviewer. And they also think, I know this is on a psychology level, so they also will test on a, they'll give a critical critical what do you call questions, like if developer is not helping, how will you handle, like that, like the they'll question. So you have to be prepared in all the way, like as a scrum master you have to have managing skills, so you have to also have convincing skills. You have to convince the interviewer that you can cope up this scenario in that way, that this way, like that. Okay, and that we can prepare, I mean we can make you prepare. Mm, so see, this mindset is greater than the technical background. So mindset's all about mindset. Below 4 years, greater than 4 years, even though there are 8 years professionals also, they will not be able to answer some questions, because they always think like, okay, I might not be able to pass this interview, like that. No, even 2 years experience, even freshers also will be having uh, a successful career in the scrum master. It's all about mindset, that's all. You have to believe that you can do it. That is a self strength everybody has to produce, everybody has to have. Nobody will not be having every quality, but we can make that quality to come into light, and that can shine on you like anything, so that interviewer know, okay, this is the person, he can matter to our project. Because mindset is the only thing they'll test. Because as a scrum master, even I have like attended around 20. Okay, so in every interview they'll ask general questions, what is agile manifesto, what all the sprint events, scrum event. They'll try to test in a psychological level. How will you be acting as a scrum master if there are challenges in the team? So it's all depends upon the mindset, the way you answer, the confidence they'll see in your answers. That is only matters. Scrum is very simple but powerful, because it's all about managing the people, right? So um, if you have very good communicate, even though you don't have, we can make you, because that is a confidence we have. So it's very simple and powerful, because powerful, why I can say, is it's all about the mindset is a game changer here. So that's why we can say it is a powerful. And as I told you earlier, scrum master roles a very quite heavy, high demand skill. Minimum, I mean, for 4+ years of experience, guys will get minimum 20. If you are less than also, based on your performance, it high changes like high. Proper training and guidance equal to smooth transition to your scrum master role. Any doubts, guys?
Yeah, Monica, like this is like how Scrum Master handle a P1 P2 issues on his team. Like if a higher management, like a product manager or someone will ask, "What are you doing?" The team is always delivering P1 P2s.
Yeah, so if it first we'll understand like why the P1 P2 issues have come. Next
Yeah,
time in daily scrum we'll discuss like we are getting P1 P2 issues because of the development gap.
yeah,
Okay, so either we can discuss with them, we can convince them that we should not get P1 P2 issues, or we can hire a super experienced people if they are not listening. If you're not considering the path which is kind of
mm-hmm.
improvising path, then we have to replace them at any cost, because we can't handle P1 P2 issues every time, because we need quality code, right?
Yeah. How can we shield our team to like it will not expose our team from them, like higher management will ask like what are you doing, like what type of answers will Scrum Master will give for shielding his team?
It's it's like if so based on the experience of developer also it matters. Okay,
Mm.
if he's a fresher, we can
Mm.
say like he's still improvising. We'll make sure that um will not repeat this time. Okay, so next time when the development comes, we'll ask the developer to reach out to the senior developer before we release the code to the um like officially available for the client.
Okay.
As this happens, okay, first, as a scrum master, we will try to protect our team from any
Yeah.
distractions. If it is happening again and again, and scrum master will not be able to, again, I told you it's like a family, but it's not a family, right? So
Yeah.
they have to hire a senior developer to make sure the junior developer is working fine. Or if he's having only one option, then again,
Need to replace.
yeah, that's all. That is the only thing. It's hard and fast rule, I know, but first time we'll have to, as a scrum master, you have to definitely
Back
protect
out.
your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to give a chance.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Monica.
Mm,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Any doubts? Anybody else? Any
Which
doubt?
batch is this, Monica?
Which batch? Scrum Master
New
batch?
batch or like
New batch, new batch.
yeah,
It's a
like
demo, that just a demo.
did you have any like previous people who completed the training and successfully got the
Yes, yes, so many people.
what is the
Yes.
success rate? I just want to know.
Uh, it's like, the training, getting a job is, final output. Okay, so giving a training is 50% and self hard work is 50%, that we can say. Success rate is always 100% for the sincere people whoever join this courses. So there are people who were like very enthusiastic in the beginning, and then after the course is completed, they, I'm telling you, all the people mentality. So after the course is completed, they will chill out, and some days if you don't practice regularly, if you don't listen to the recordings, if you don't follow the notes whatever you are taking down, there is always will be a knowledge gap. Because this is a thing, if you're trying to be joined for the first time, then it will be a completely new concept. If you don't revise, then it will be a big problem. So after that, they might be facing some problems during the interviews, and um, yeah, they had some challenges in getting the job. But people who are very sincere from the very beginning, like following the classes, taking notes, having going through the recordings, if they will contact, they used to contact me every now and then, me and Hari, every now and then, who were sincere toward getting a job, they were like successfully uh, got the jobs, that I can say. So 50% is coursework and 50% is your mindset and your hard work. Completely it depends upon.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Anything else, guys? Any doubts? Hmm, if not, we can wrap up, then we'll meet you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Monica, for your this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your patience
yeah,
too.
Monica. uh, Like, what would be the structure of the syllabus like? Something like how do you divide to teach the concept?
As is shown in the demo, first we'll discuss like what is a Scrum team, and then we'll discuss the Scrum events, and then the tool where the Scrum Master will write the requirements with a hands-on experience. I will make you to do and the graphs, and also at the end, we'll have some interview questions, and then we'll make you prepare, and then we'll taking some mock interviews, and then if you're, I mean, we'll see. First we'll uh, what do you call we'll take the interviews, and we'll see like how prepared you are, and then we'll let you attend the interviews.
Okay. What is the time? It's like how many days it takes? And
20 to 25 days,
okay. And each day session
considering
will be
1.5 hour per day.
okay.
Hmm. Anything else, guys? If not, I'll wrap up and see you soon. Okay, thank you then. Bye.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you.